Hi there, it's Kay. I'm back. I just did a quick session a few minutes ago testing out StreamYard. StreamYard works pretty well, but I still have a couple of things I need to figure out. I'll figure them out and I will probably start to use StreamYard more because I want to not only broadcast from YouTube or into YouTube, but also Facebook. I just want to make sure that we have all the resources and are best utilizing our resources so that we can reach a larger group of people. I didn't mean to stay over here. Hold on a second. Let me get back to where I was. And so, having said that, I realized too that I said I was going to talk about creating clip art, and I did not do that. So I want to just share with you what I've been working on today, and then we'll jump over into Canva. Go ahead and bring Canva up. In fact, hold on a second. Let me just make sure because I may already have it open. I think I do. Yeah, this is where I want it to be, right here. But before I do this, let's first look at ChatGPT, where we left off before. Excuse me. And I had created some images of women, young African American women, which is my primary audience. I'm African American and I really target creating positive images for young African American girls and young adults and women. And the name of my brand is Girls in Finance. In addition to that, we are a trademark brand. And it's important to me to really share a lot of positive content, and especially in the area of finance. So many people get into trouble or need to get out of trouble simply from having made decisions that just may not have been in their best interest. We all have done it down through the years. So if you've gotten yourself into a financial situation and it seems like it's overwhelming, don't beat yourself up. Just know that you can work your way through all of that. My goal for young people is to catch them before they even get into a situation that is more than they can deal with, or something that they've got to resolve, and something they're stressed over. I there's enough how do I say it, things that you can do to really try to keep yourself from being in a situation like that. It happens. It's happened to the best of us. There have even been challenging times for me when I was younger where I just didn't, and I have a financial background, but sometimes we're the hardest to learn. So it's something that you can overcome. I will say that. But if you can, and my situation wasn't dire, it wasn't a lot, but still it was more than I wanted to have because I have the knowledge. And so it's amazing. You're like, well, how do you get in this situation? That's okay. You can recover from it, is what I want you to get out of all of this. And so I haven't shared that. That's the financial side of what we do with Girls in Finance. The other side is AI tools and resources, and art is what I love. But there's so much that you can do with AI. I hope you're paying attention. I hope that you are delving into the space and really starting to think about, how can I increase my income? How can I create a side hustle? What is it that I know? What is it that I can do using AI tools? How can I be creative? The possibilities are unlimited. I mean, unlimited. So I'm going to be screaming all the time. Go get it. Decide what you want to do. Test stuff. The simplest example I often give is just creating a resume, a writing gig. It could be a gig, it can be a side hustle, it can be even bigger than that. But you have to decide for yourself what is it that works for you. I say go with stuff that you already have an interest in or something that comes naturally, but that's not always the case. You can learn, like the AI art is something that you can learn, and you can learn it fast enough to start to excel with it. So I just encourage you to find what it is that interests you in the world of AI and go for it. Start doing some things. And so yesterday I think it was the day before yesterday, the video that I made, I was sharing with you some clip art that I'm creating for probably my Etsy store. But in addition to that, I wanted to show you how you can just create pretty spaces. And I'm going to say just modern spaces, chic spaces, all of that. Uh, Here's a couple of things that I've created and that reflect a chic, elegant space. And basically, all I did to get this room is I put a prompt in here: craft a highly realistic flat screen, mock up modern, trendy, chic inspired room scene. And this is something that I got from my mentor earlier today. I was watching her and she was creating these beautiful wall art scenes and creating mock ups. And I'll have to show you that another time, but we'll get to that. How you can create actually screen. What is it when you're screensavers? I guess is the best word. Yes, for your television, something like that. Or if it's music that you are playing and you want a screen saver to show, that type of thing. Having creating your own art for that, or even having someone else create it for you. In the case of this, I'm going to go back over to Canva because what I decided to do with this new prompt guide or book that I'm creating, I decided to add some scenes into the actual prompt guide itself. Okay, so I created this prompt, and again, my primary audience is women, a lot of times teens, and usually a little, yeah, I would say teens because I like the young adults or who are coming out of transitioning, I should say, out of being teens, and they're thinking about their money and their finances and what can they do to just live life better. That's my target audience primarily. And so I created this prompt guide, and this particular prompt guide is just going to include a few different types of images. And I started developing it, and I wanted everything in yellow. If you look to the left, you'll see that I already have some images of females wearing the color yellow because I'm thinking spring and what can we do for the spring season. And I selected this blue background for this little journal that I have here. And I pulled this journal into here. I put the journal there, and then I put the text in there. I go high, and then I put a little smiley face here. You can do whatever you want, whatever you think might work for your audience. I love doing inspirational stuff for teen girls, young adult women. And then I found this background image actually on Canva. And then this phone screen here, I put the same female, a different image of the female, but this is the same model I put here on the phone, and then I added in, of course, all these other graphic here, and explaining down here that it's a generative art prompts for, and I probably could put generative AI art prompts for beginners. And of course, right now these keywords are just this is a great opportunity to be introducing these keywords to your audience. And let's see, I shared that. Let me go down a little bit. And I've got to change that prompt. I copied another prompt guide that I've used before and that I've created here on Canva. So I copied it and I'm just going through and editing the guide for this. So I'm going to scroll through all of this to copyright all of that. And I wanted to get to here. So what I decided to do is upload a scene, a room, and it just has a beautiful Afrocentric decor. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit more so you can see. I left a blank space up here because I had above these ladies here because I wanted to put the actual prompts in here, and I'm going to do that. People create their prompt guides different ways. I've played around with a lot of different ways of creating my guides. And so changing this up a little bit. But then here, you can see that I just overlaid the ladies that I have above. I overlaid them into the scene itself. And so it's like, does it look to you like they're standing in that room? To me, it looks pretty good. I think it worked out pretty well. I like that scene. That's pretty. And so then as I go on, and let me back up to the ladies too. I like the ladies' outfit. They have different summer outfits on that I think look pretty stylish, fashionable, chic, are some of the words that I would have used to get this prompt, or that I did use to get this prompt. And she's wearing a sheer blouse here. I think that's nice and highly accessorized images. So I like all of these. And so let's keep going here and see where we are. And this is another room scene. And another group of ladies. But I wanted to get to right here. I wanted to show you this. So what I'm doing, even though I have those other scenes where there's a group of females and I'm showing the background scene with the Afrocentric decor, I wanted to also, for this particular prompt guide, include some clip art, I believe. Try something a little bit different. But I decided to break each one of these ladies out and include some clip art. And essentially, when you create clip art, it's pretty easy to do. And I'll show you real quick. Let's see. I'm going to go through, walk you through how to do that. We haven't done that in a minute, so let's go through that right now. So I've highlighted the images. Even though this one is already prepared for clip art, I want to demonstrate what I did. So we'll highlight this one, and I'm going to edit photo, and we're going to come down into Canva to effects, and I want shadows, so I want to outline her. And you can see right now, you probably already can see that it's outlined in black right now. But I'm going to scroll on down, and you see where the black is here for the color. I'm going to take this, scroll this all the way up so that it turns white. And then for the blur, I mean, that's for the blur. For the size, I'm going to scroll this over. You can make it as large as you. We don't want to make it too large. I think that's a pretty good outline right there. For the art, it looks pretty similar to this one now. But that's how you would get the clip art outline if you were doing clip art in your book. Or if you were just doing basic clip art, it doesn't have to be a book. Okay, and so now I'm just going to back out of this because again, I just did that to show you how I got that line around her. Let's go ahead. There we go. And I'm going to, okay, is it, it's giving me a hard time here. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go back in here and just remove it. Hold on. Okay, now this time I'm going to click none. And it's, okay, there we go. So I pushed it all the way down to get rid of the outline on it. Did you see what I did there? So I went to none and I couldn't get it to work. And so even since I had outline, all I did was just push it all the way out to take it off. Okay, so that's it for the clip art. Let me get out of this. And now let's scroll down some more. I just want to show you the other ladies here. You know, there are a couple of different things you can do. I'm going to continue to work with these, but I wanted to give you some demonstrations. And so, for example, to get the next girl, let's say we're going to just keep creating clip art. And I think that's what I'm going to do for this prompt guide. And so we're going to come here. We have it highlighted. So we're going to come here to edit. And then I think I'll use the magic grab tool first. Or we could do one or two things. We could erase the other females out, or we could use the magic grab and then erase it out. I think what I'm going to do in this case is just go ahead and use the eraser and take out. In fact, I'll make it as large as I can make it. I'm going to first remove this model. And then we'll see how it does. Let's let it take it out and then we'll take the other one out. We've already used her, remember? And see how it removed it? And so we've already used the one that I took out for the original clip art. And so now I'm going to go ahead and take this one out on the end because I'm trying to save the female in the middle here. So let's go ahead and take her out. And what I didn't catch before that may be on the other model too is when I look at her hands, the one that I'm preparing to use, I can see that she has an extra hand. And that certainly happened. If you've been playing around with AI art, then you know that a lot of times the images just do not come out perfect. So I'm going to scroll this back down and make it a little bit smaller because I don't want to take out too much. And so let's see, I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And then I'm going to take out this extra hand here because I want this to look really cute. So all we're going to do, and sometimes you won't be able to make this type of fix, but a lot of times you can, and it's so cool when you can. Okay, so now that I have it the way that I want it, I'm trying to see what is this down here. Is there still some semblance of it? Let's take our brush down a little bit further here and see if we can just eliminate some more of this. Let's see, of this hand that's trying to linger around. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll clean her up. And now I think enough of it is gone, and it actually might be in the other image. Now I'm going to go ahead and exit the magic erase, and I'm going to come back into here. And I hope I'm not moving too fast. I hope you got what I've done so far. I think it looks pretty good now, but now I want to lift her out of this scene. You see all this gray back here? Having erased the other two models, I want to lift her out. And so what I'm going to do is hit magic grab, because we're just going to grab her and pull her out of this scene. And when you do that, you can, at that point, you can start to move her around. And so what I'm going to do is take away this background scene. And now she looks pretty good. I like this image at this point. You can see a little bit of the hand there. You can continue to play around with it if you want. That's certainly okay. Or there are other tools that you could use. I mean, you could add. I'm going to say, what could we add that would make sense? In this case, that would be hanging from her hand here. It might be, I'm trying to think, maybe, um, I was about to say a book, but no, she has one hand in her pocket. It would have to be something that she's like holding on to. A dog leash would be cool, but I'm not sure that it's would match the image that I'm trying to portray for now. And that's okay. If you think of something, hey, let me know. But if you were doing this, think about what you would add to the image. There are some features in here. And speaking of that, let me go in here and show you where that is. You have the magic edit too. The magic edit will let you add images, or you could swap out images. I'm trying to see if I had not already removed the hand. We could have done that. That would have been a good thing to do. We could have just added, since she's already carrying a purse, I would say we could have added maybe a key ring or something like that, a keychain, I would say, to her. That makes sense to me. So maybe a wrist wallet, something like that. But yeah, so let's get out of this for now. And I want to show you just what else I would do with this. Since we have it here, I'm gonna bring her over, and then I'm gonna make a duplication of her. Let's just copy her real quick. Let's see. Let me bring this down so I can see. So we have her highlighted, and you come down here where it says duplicate. You see how this little window popped up here? Duplicate, trash, and then more. I'm going to duplicate her here. And then I'm going to take her back over here. And I bet you can guess what I'm about to do. Can you guess what I'm about to do? Yep, you got it. I'm getting ready to turn this into some clip art. So I'm going to go here and edit. And I'm going to take this down, back to effects, back to shadows. And then I'm going to come over here and click outline again. And you see how it's already outlined it in dark black here. And what I'm going to do, because we're going to probably use a dark background, so for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and increase the size of the clip art shadow a little bit. And then we're going to change it to white so they can really show up. Okay, now you can't see it because our background is white, but what we're going to do, let's go ahead and get out of all this. And what we're going to do now, so that you can really see it, is we're going to go down to background, come all the way over, hit the background on the far left side, and on the background here, you can come up here and we can change this to dark. Black is what I have here. I won't use dark black. It highlights the clip art really well here. I like that. Let's move this over. Yeah, so I like that it highlights the clip art. But what I don't like is the other model that we're showing here as featuring what the actual clip art would would look like, or featuring how I should say featuring the original design of the clip art. I don't like that now you can't see her hair because we selected the black background, and that's okay. You can always change your background. So let's click off, but click into the picture itself. And then we could change it to blue or change it to some other color, change it to a darker blue. That's probably a little too dark. I want to make sure she shows up really well. And so now you have your second image that is featured as a clip art and a digital image as well beside it. So you choose to use these how you like. And we would then go on and just do the third girl. So I really like this image. We did not get any extra hand or anything on the first one. It looked like we may have gotten an extra hand on the second image. And so with that, it looks like the second hand is holding some glasses or something. So again, I would just take that out. And that's probably the easiest thing to do, is to just remove the hand with the glasses. And I would keep the little flower. It looks like maybe a bag of sorts, like a shopping bag, and it has flowers peeping out or hanging over the bag. I like that. That's cute. So I would keep that. And I believe that's all I've done so far. But I wanted to show you how to do clip art. I wanted to give you an idea of what this is going to look like when I finish it. I may come on and show it to you again, but it will be available in my Etsy store. I'm going to do a combination, so this will likely be a bundle with all of the art there. If this is something that you would like for your young daughters, certainly this would make a lovely gift. Or if it's something that you would like for yourself, if you're a young adult, or even just a female in general, woman, female, and you love clip art. I certainly still like clip art. I have it on my laptop sitting here right now. But these are really fun images that you could create just for fun for yourself. But more, I would encourage you to create a business from this type of AI art. It's something that is pretty straightforward in terms of getting into and starting a business. And as those are the type of opportunities that I like. And I love helping women and seeing women start to create a second income or extra income, whatever you want to call it. Anything that's going to help you get to a place where you're living your best life, or you're having fun in life, or that's going to help you bring forth some real freedom in terms of a second income. There are lots of women in this space who are really growing their Etsy shops and other shops, Shopify. And this is just a wonderful opportunity for you to do that. So that's why I wanted to just share some information with you on clip art, because we haven't talked about clip art in a while. And that is going to be all that I have for you today. I hope you have enjoyed this session, just looking back through. And when I finish, there's going to be some really, really cute images included here. If you look here on the left side. We have several designs here, and I think I'll add a few more and see what else we can come up with and just really have a really nice bundle. Okay, I will not keep you today. It's been fun and glad I've had an opportunity to connect with you and talk about what you can do with clip art. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Let's see.